time with me today. In recent weeks, I have dealt with some key prophetic scriptures from the Bible, and today I want to talk to you about the forces that hold in check the progress of evil in our world. It's a thrilling subject to talk about. But first, we have heartwarming music and questions to answer. But right now, let's listen to Heidi, Love Found a Way.
Wonderful love that rescued me, sunk deep in sin, guilty and vile as I could be, no hope within. When every ray of light had fled, oh glorious day, raising my soul from out the dead, love found a way. Love found a way to redeem my soul. Love found a way that could make me whole. Love sent my Lord to the cross of shame. Love found a way, oh, praise His holy name. Love brought my Savior here to die on Calvary. For such a sinful wretch as I, how can it be? Love bridged the gulf twixt me and heaven, taught me to pray. I am redeemed, set free, forgiven. Love found a way. Love found a way to redeem my soul. Love found a way that could make me whole. Love sent my Lord to the cross of shame. Love found a way, oh, praise His holy name. Love opened wide the gates of light to heaven's domain, where in eternal power and might Jesus shall reign. Love lifted me from depths of woe to endless day. There was no help in earth below. Love found a way. Love found a way to redeem my soul. Love found a way that could make me whole. Love sent my Lord to the cross of shame. Love found a way, oh, praise His holy name.
Thank you, Heidi, for that. And now the Bible has the answer. I go to the Bible to find answers to the questions that you have sent to me, and we have delightful questions to use today, as always. Question number 1, why do some churches not use musical instruments? Well, musical instruments were used in worship in the Old Testament. Psalm 150 talks about trumpets and harps, stringed instruments and organs and cymbals, and so they used instruments in worship in Old Testament times. However, there is no mention of the early church, as recorded in the New Testament, using instruments, and so there are some people who believe that in Christian churches you shouldn't use instruments, but rather just sing a cappella. Well, the interesting thing is that musical instruments are used in heaven. Revelation chapter 5 talks about harps, and Revelation chapter 8 talks about trumpets. Surely it is not wrong if these instruments are used in heaven to use them on earth. Question number 2, why is the tribe of Dan omitted in Revelation chapter 7? Well, chapter 7 of the book of Revelation lists the tribes of Israel that are involved in witnessing for Christ during the tribulation period. Dan was a particularly idolatrous tribe, according to Judges chapter 18 and verse 30, and so obviously they did not rate and are excluded from that privilege of being witnesses for Christ during tribulation times. However, it's interesting to notice that in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 48, where the allotment of territory during the millennium is listed, that Dan is first on the list for that assignment of property. What Dan does not get because of merit, he gets through grace. And that's true for every one of us, thank God. And now question number 3, who were the sons of God who married the daughters of men in Genesis chapter 6, verse 2? The suggestion has been made that these are fallen angels who cohabited with human women and produced offspring that were particularly wicked. But that idea really cannot carry, because Jesus told us in Matthew chapter 22 that the angels do not procreate. They neither marry nor are given in marriage. And so the sons of God mentioned in Genesis 6 must mean the descendants of the godly line of Seth, who intermarried with the ungodly line of Cain, and as a result produce a generation of evil and sinful people. Thank you so much for your questions. I trust the answers have been a blessing. If you have a question you'd like me to use on The Bible Has the Answer, please write it out, send it to me. I'll be pleased to hear from you. I'll get to your question on the air as quickly as I can. All the address you need is simply Faith to Live By, Box 426, Winnipeg, R3C 2H6. Our quartet now asking a very important question: do you know my Jesus?
Jesus. Do you know, my friend? Have you heard he loves you, and that he will abide till the end, and that he will abide till the end.
Here's a delightful letter I received the other day from a viewer in Waterloo, Ontario. I am one of your new listeners since about a month ago. I am so thankful and rejoice greatly to have found this old-fashioned program with this old-fashioned preacher with this beautiful music, which gets the old-fashioned fire in my heart burning again. Thank you, thank you. What a delightful letter, and thank you for saying your words of appreciation for what we're seeking to do here to the glory of God. A month ago, I mentioned that on the 1st of November, I need to make a further payment to the government of Manitoba, the health department, with respect to the personal care home, the 100-bed personal care home that I'm involved in. I'm pleased to be able to say that there's still only about $10,000 to go on that commitment, and thank you to all of you who have been helping. It may be that there are others between now and the 1st of November who will want to give us some help. I'm able to announce right now that the series of television talks I gave during the summer, 14 television sermons on heaven, are now in print and ready for distribution. I believe that this book will be a tremendous blessing in your life, in your home, and as a tool for witnessing to your friends. 14 television sermons on heaven, my gift to you when you write and ask for it, my gift to you in appreciation for your help with Faith to Live By. Your letter is tremendously important. We stay on the air because you believe it's important, because you pray and share the news with your friends. May I count on a letter from you this week? All the address you need is simply Faith to Live By, Box 426, Winnipeg, R3C2H6. Our trio now sing about giving God praise.
Giving him glory, giving him the honor to his name. I'm giving him thanks for the great story. What a privilege to proclaim how my Lord who reigns on high set this lowly sinner free. It's the least that I can do after all he's given to me. I'm giving him praise, giving him glory, giving him the honor to his name. I'm giving him thanks for the great story. What a privilege to proclaim how my Lord who reigns on high set this lowly sinner free. It's the least that I can do